In this video, we're going to look at a carbonyl review problem. It's about forming carbonyls from alcohols. It's a very strange rearrangement called the Pinacol Rearrangement. It's called Pinacol Rearrangement because this is how it was discovered. This diol was given the trivial name Pinacol. If you treat Pinacol with a strong acid like sulfuric acid, all kinds of weird things happen. The molecule rearranges and it forms this carbonyl. Let's do a mechanism and see how this happens. So let me get rid of the product for now. And so it's just to clear out some space. And I need a proton for my mechanism, which of course would come from that sulfuric acid. So here's my proton. So what's the first step? Well, the basic sites in this molecules are the alcohols. We can protonate either one of them. So let me choose the one on the top up here. We'll do a protonation. Click the magic arrow. And we see we've protonated the water. What's that water going to do? Well, it's going to leave. So I draw a little arrow showing the water leaving. And it's going to form a tertiary carbocation. And tertiary carbocations are nice and stable. So that's okay. But what's more stable than a tertiary carbocation? Well, a cation which is stabilized by an oxygen. And indeed, if you move that methyl off, you can see there's a carbocation there, which is also tertiary, except one of the atoms is now an oxygen. Now, that oxygen has lone pairs, and better than hyperconjugation, that lone pair can just move in to where the positive charge is. And indeed, what that does, it forms a carbonyl. So let's do that. So we'll take the, whoops, I just changed the oxygen to a hydrogen. I didn't mean to do that. So we'll take our arrow. We'll go from the oxygen to the bond, okay? And then we got to shift the methyl over because this is the methyl shift which allows this whole thing to happen. So double bond over to the carbon. Draw in a reaction arrow and press the magic button. And what we have is a protonated ketone. Of course, all we have to do is get rid of that proton by kicking out the hydrogen and drawing the final arrow. And we've completed our rearrangement. Here's that product ketone that we're looking for. So going from here, Pinacol, to this ketone, that's called the Pinacol rearrangement. And it's a neat reaction, and you can find all kinds of examples of it if you just look.